This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 930. I am Brian Kilby. Radio Free Cybertron is the world's first and oldest toy and action figure podcast. With me this week, we have Chris.
Hello. I'm unusually first this week.
Yeah, well, I'm making sure your audio sounds good because you're on a backup microphone.
That's true.
That is true. Diecast.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Don.
Hello.
Everybody else is on assignment.
But
They're
not together, which is the weird part.
They are together. They're like
They
in a
are?
capsule going to the moon. And
Okay, now I'm thinking far out space nuts.
I don't know what that is.
It's before your. It's in Marty Krofft show. It's before your time.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So, hey, guess what? It is, I was going to say there's a lot of news going on this week, but no, it's a lot of filler, but I got a lot of toys to talk about. So let's jump into it. So pre-orders begin for MPG 17 Optimus Prime style generation figure. And guess who pre-ordered it? Diecast.
I didn't think I was gonna.
Well, okay. So like I said in our Discord, tfradio.net/Discord, follow us live there every Wednesday night when we go streaming. I said in our Discord, like, if Studio Series 86 Optimus hadn't existed, if I hadn't got that last year, it's literally been almost a year since that, time. Anyway, if that didn't exist, I feel so old, I would totally be about this as my, like, ultimate Optimus Prime toy, like my, be all end all 84 style Optimus Prime, because like I love a lot of what this is doing, but like, no, I have this, I have Earthrise, I've got whatever else. Like, this isn't doing enough different to make me want to, but like, it is so close. It's so close.
Now, I did do. We were talking about this in pre-show. I did do a little bit of legwork, not much, but I was trying to help people out. All the major retailers that I have bookmarked, which are several, everybody except Pulse is running about $199 and change. Some are requiring deposits, some are not. Pulse is, as Diecast checked in pre-show, $174.99 with no deposit. So right now, it looks like Pulse is the best way to go to save $25. And if you're a Pulse member, you do get the free shipping. So
I think you get the free shipping anyway since it's over.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I would have to want it first.
Yeah, that's me.
Fair enough.
The more I look at this Optimus, the less I care about it. I have plenty of Optimuses. This just doesn't.
I like it better. I like it better than I did, but I still don't want it.
Yeah, it's like Genrai.
Better.
It's like Genrai. I've seen Genrai as low as $131, but maybe a little bit less. I just don't want it. It's not doing enough. It's not an Optimus that's doing enough different to get me invested in this.
For me, the reason I did pre-order it is because, one, it was under $200 US from a US seller, Hasbro Pulse. Two, it looks good in color. It's not trying to be G1 Optimus Prime. We have that already. You can argue we have that at least twice. For a good G1 option, you can go the Super Tune route of MP44, or you can go MP10, which is just a great.
So you're putting MP44 above MP1.
MP1 is good, but it's not super cartoon.
No.
Okay, so we're gonna stop listening to Diecast now.
I would like to see them revisit MPO1 with some current technology, because I think MPO1 is vastly people underrate it now, without taking into account how huge it was.
Ginormous. It's ginormous.
Yeah, when it first came out, if you weren't there, you don't understand what this was for the community.
And it's ginormous.
I have like 5 of them. So
I courted death every night for years, having that on a shelf over my bed.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the way this looks better than I did. Like, it's really grown on me, but not enough to pay anything for it. Don, you texted me a toy, and I'm sorry, I'm going to bring this up here. and you're like, hey, is this something? Hey, like, is this something you'd be looking for? And it was like $125. I was going to say
it was the Mayfix.
Well, let's not go into what it was. But like the price on it was like $120.
Right.
I almost said it's $120 too much. Like, so, like, I'm not like I
just know how much you like that character.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't collect that, and I don't collect Masterpiece, and like I have a hard and fast rule now that I don't do it. So like I don't this is $175 too expensive. They would have to give it to me, I think.
Right. It's just I know that you like certain characters, but they have to be
that's not it's not but it's not the point. Like I don't collect comic toys. And I don't collect Masterpiece anymore, and I'm at peace with that, and I'm good with it. So
so don't send you more links. Gotcha.
Well, that's not the point. The point was the point is that if it's not something I need or want, and they would literally have to give it to me for me to take it. Like I almost consider Masterpiece burdensome at this point.
I can kind of see that. Yeah.
I mean, I get it too. Trust me, I do get it. It's just. I hate not knowing why I don't like this, other than just it's a general feeling of like with Genrai. I don't know why I don't like it, but I don't like it. And I'm okay with it, which is weird.
It's fatigue, Don.
It's the what?
Yeah, fatigue.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like I mentioned this on Twitter. If the rumor that we got originally it was going to be a new Optimus or a Jazz, I would have been a lot more hyped up for a new Jazz, mainly not for myself, because I have Downbeat, and I'm perfectly happy with Downbeat.
Downbeat is something I need to get rid of. So as soon as I find the accessories for it, it's going on eBay.
Yeah, but I'm thinking more along my fellow collectors who want a official good Jazz that can do all the jazzy things with the Jazz hands.
The problem is we've got the good, fast, cheap argument with this, Don. Like, they can have an official Jazz. They can have an official Jazz that does all the Jazz things, or they can have a good Jazz that does all the Jazz things. They can't have an official good Masterpiece Jazz that does all the Jazz things. Like that overlap is not going to happen.
Yeah,
because it's official Masterpiece.
Yeah.
Blade Raider sums up my feelings completely. He says, "I don't like. I'm just completely apathetic towards it."
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Like, I look at this and I'm anticipating the kind of feeling eventually handling this that I had handling the Masterpiece Skids mold, where like, yeah, this is what I want a Masterpiece to look and feel like, versus what they've done since they started going cartoon heavy on Masterpieces. I'm not buying this. I hope someone I know does buy it. So at some point, well, I'm probably not going to come to your house, Diecast. I more mean like, hey, Mickey, for instance, I would hope, but he probably won't. I would like the chance to get some hands-on time with this without actually owning it, because I think the hands-on experience with it will probably be enjoyable. But yeah, I don't want to spend $175 on it for that when I have all these other G1 84 Optimus Primes that really satisfy me for what I could possibly want out of that kind of Optimus Prime toy.
Yeah, so I'll say this, we'll move on. The way you can get some hands-on time with it, when you see it at McKay's, ask them to let you to inspect it to make sure it has all the accessories.
I'll keep that in mind.
And that's the way you do it. Okay.
And the last point, what if this style gen is going to be a thing, just like
I hope it is.
Yeah, so I mean, you kind of have to have Optimus Prime if they're going to do a style gen, Megatron or Bumblebee or any of those. Like, you're going to want to start with Optimus Prime, which is what
I just don't want a whole new line in this weird nether scale.
So the problem with Masterpiece is that this is what the 4th or 5th start on it that they've done,
and we're going to be getting the same characters all over again, just through this filter.
Exactly right. Okay, hey, tariffs. We mentioned last week we don't get political on the show, like I said, for better or for worse, but tariffs in the United States, all the reciprocal tariff stuff, 90-day pause. That means that there is currently supposedly a 90-day pause on these tariffs on Vietnam, which were planned to be 46%, and China is effective immediately, has like 125% tariff or something, which is effectively a trade embargo. So I don't know what that means for Transformers, but for third-party stuff, it's probably not good.
It's not.
It's not good. But we have seen a couple of retailers send out emails today and over the last couple of days saying, hey, tariffs are coming and they will impact the end consumer, which is, what tariffs do. So from
There's a
Hasbro,
mandatory 10%.
Across the board. Yeah.
Across the board. So that's new also. So, it went from 0 to 10, but that may be,
well, it's in some cases
that may
in some cases it went from 0 to 10. In some cases
Right.
it went from 10 to 10. Like there's a bunch of countries, but you're exactly right. Across the board. So prices will be going up. They may be going up more. We don't know. The situation has been pretty crazy. So,
But also, like, if you have standing pre-orders, expect in one way or another to have those extra costs that the retailers are incurring passed on.
yeah. So
I think some of the pre-orders will go through okay. If you get into the longer ones, based on whatever happens, it could change. I really don't want to worry.
If they are already within the confines of the United States, you're probably fine. The concern that I have, and we're not economists. We're not. I mean, we have varying levels of like retail experience, but I don't want to go into that. But I am concerned about HasLabs. Anything that's sort of a Kickstarter or even a Kickstarter, any crowdfunding, prepaid type of product.
That's some muddy waters right there.
That's some very muddy waters. So I do have some concerns around that above and beyond the stuff that we talked about before. So
yeah, I mean, my guess, like, just for public relations, if nothing else, Hasbro may have to eat extra costs on the Leo Kaisers because those are already paid for, and there's kind of a problem if they're coming back saying, like, yeah, you have to actually pay more now to actually get this.
Well, I mean, so depending on what the tariffs are, they could go into the negative on this, and I don't think they'll do that. So, but we'll know. We don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out.
I wouldn't worry. There's still, it's still very volatile, and
that means we should worry.
Well, no, it just means this is not something we should worry immediately about.
Right.
Like,
this
will be a problem we'll have in the future potentially.
I could see if this tariffs stay at 10%, like it is right now as of today, and say, like Brian said, they're not going to go in the negative, but maybe if they split the tariff, so you only have to pay 5%, which would be like $15.
So hey, you know what I mean? Kickstarters,
we'll see. Hey,
we'll see.
The Transformers Compendium set from Skybound. It is a chronological release of the US and UK runs mostly. There are a few editions up. I backed it. I did.
How much was it?
It's kind of expensive, isn't it?
I mean, there are editions that are not expensive. If you want to get everything, it's not cheap. I backed the $300 package, so I'm getting the Grimlock set. I mean, they're like $900. I think the Unicron Diecast. The Unicron is like $900, so you should go for that one.
Yeah.
There are some concessions. Like I think there's a couple issues that are missing. That feature stories that are not necessarily in continuity. So to save paper, I guess. I don't know exactly how they justify it, but they didn't include quite everything. But virtually everything else is there. It's a great deal.
Is this IDW or?
No, this is Skybound.
Skybound.
Have they been doing it that long that there should be this many?
No, this is
G1.
The Marvel stuff.
It's Marvel UK G1.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So they have the rights to the stories and the material.
Although, if you count all the reprints they did of issue 1, then yes, they have enough to fill a compendium.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I didn't even know about this, and they have almost $2 million of a 40,000 goal, and it says it was funded in 2 minutes.
Yes.
Well, it's very much in keeping with issue 80 and a 4-issue limited series.
It had a goal of $40,000, and they hit that in 2 minutes.
I mean, I would love a complete set of just the US G1 stuff. I've just never been big on the UK stuff. I know it's great. It's just I'll be honest, Man of Iron really turned me off
It's
because of the art
not
style.
it's not Man of Iron.
I know, but I'm just saying that was my first exposure to it.
I don't like movies that have sound because I didn't like the jazz singer. That's basically what you're saying.
Sorry. It's just also, it's also very hard to find all the issues.
Well, that's why they have this, so you can get them
Yeah.
all in one edition.
Yeah, but I
There were
mean,
two
It's even
editions.
hard. It's even hard to find some reprint collections now.
oh yeah, the Titan stuff. I mean, I would love to have one that has the Headmaster's 4-part in it, just to have that.
Well, that's in here,
Yeah.
along with a lot of other stuff
along
for
with a lot of
a
other
lot of
stuff.
money. Yeah. Hey, you know what else is a lot of money?
What?
Women.
So Diecast, you'll probably be interested in this: the premium collectible studio museum scale Unicron statue.
This is, I remember talking about this a
Yeah,
long time ago.
they're very early rendering of it. Well, it's physical now, and I believe they're going to be taking pre-orders. Starting on the 10th, tomorrow, as of this recording. It's priced at $3,500 with an early bird price of $33.25. So you want to get in on that and not leave money on the table.
Yeah, I'd be stupid not to pre-order it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, or get
absolutely.
in on that early
So
bird.
some of our Discord members earlier today were suggesting that you should get one for every bathroom in your home.
Yeah.
And
Do you know how many
I think they're
Unicron
onto
lamps I
something.
could buy with this?
Well,
Three.
for just one, you can buy. If you
What?
stretch it a little bit, you get a fourth one.
What's he holding?
Planets. They're like.
He's not-
Well, I assume those are moons.
But like,
That's no moon.
yeah. So I just want to say, I don't think Unicron is large enough. I don't think he's large enough that, like, a moon that could form a spheroid under its own gravity would be that small to where you could palm them.
You know what I hate about this comment you're making, Brian?
What?
I had the exact same thought process 2 days ago. Like I was looking at this and thinking like, yeah, okay, those are obviously scaled as to be moons, but I don't think those would be massive enough for the gravity to force it into the most compact shape. Yet, like, he should be holding potatoes.
Yeah,
Essentially.
something like Phobos, like the moon
he
of
should
Mars.
he should be holding asteroidal moons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My problem with this is he doesn't need to be
Damn it,
spinning
Brian.
down, first of all, and the second thing is he's not G1 enough for me.
Yeah. Well, when I look at this, do you know what I see? I see someone you search and replace, remove Thanos, add Unicron. Because you've got all these pictures of Thanos on a throne, like from Infinity Gauntlet and stuff.
I don't think
It's
you're
like
wrong.
someone, huh?
I don't think you're wrong.
That's what I think of. Like
yeah.
someone just took off Thanos, like Megatron picking up Lincoln and tossing him off to the side, and just search and replace Thanos with Unicron.
Yeah.
See, now, if Premium Collectible Studio would do a Megatron statue where he's sitting on the Lincoln Memorial,
I'd consider that.
yeah, I would at least be interested in that. That would be something that makes sense to me. I don't know why Unicron has a chair.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Unicron's
What does
chair,
Unicron need with a chair?
Unicron's
He's old.
chair should be
His
compressing
back
itself
hurts.
into a sphere. Like, if his little moon hand rests are massive enough to compress into spheres, his chair should definitely be a ball.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's tired and doesn't want to stand up, he just transforms in the planet mode. So.
I mean, he's in space. He's just floating here in space like this.
Why?
Yeah. He doesn't have to sit down.
Yeah.
He can just float.
Sorry, that was a joke for me,
No,
Chris,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like Ant probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice, but it's not even. It's for the collectors that we keep saying we want to meet someone that buys this. I mean, I bought Tiamat. That's almost 2 Tiamats.
Yeah.
You really should have bought one of those Unicron lamps, Don.
You should have.
I've got
that,
4
yeah.
of them marked on my eBay page. I'm waiting for someone to go crazy and do a fire sale.
I
Okay.
tried to buy one and I bought it, and they contacted me and was like, yeah, the one you bought, we went to get it out of the warehouse and it was broken and wet and we can't send it to you. So
Wet.
I was this close to having a Unicron lamp.
Well, Don
And-
would have just had to kill you, so it's just as well.
Well, actually, I could just sort of poke the lamp and have it fall on him. It'll kill him, and he'll actually keep the lamp from breaking. So it's a win-win.
But you can't get mad at me for getting a Unicron lamp when
No, but I can get one for free from you.
When you die.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Earthspark Deluxe Soundwave in hand.
I want this.
Me too.
Yeah, I
This
really
looks
want this.
for an Earthspark Deluxe, which their deluxes are kind of a different level deluxe than
They're
other stuff.
a little smaller, a little simpler. Yeah.
But he looks, even with being wing panel legs, he looks really good.
Even the wing panel legs actually did not turn out very bad. There is in one of these pictures a view, yeah, from behind. It's number 16 near the bottom. Like, yeah, you can see the legs are empty inside, but the panels are big enough and they swing. They sweep back enough where like you have to be looking directly in to actually see that that's an empty space. Like the engineers on this did a really good job of minimizing those empty spaces for how the legs are formed and like going for those wing panel legs so that you can get a big wingspan on the stealth bomber mode. Like this to me is just screaming like really thoughtfully designed. Like this is as it goes, where this is the third or fourth wave worth of Earthspark Deluxe, and they finally hit it,
Yeah,
and now it's over.
yeah. And the only I love the alt mode. It's sleek. It looks great, and no one's going to display it. And then you turn it upside down though, and it's folded up Robot Man jet.
It's still not bad though because
No,
he's
it's
doing
not.
like
It's just
yoga to getting that getting that.
yeah. I mean, it's just, but for it to look like that on the bottom, but you wind up getting that kind of jet, who in the other picture is as tall as Armada Optimus from wingtip to wingtip.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
I
it's a
want
huge wingspan.
I want this and I want this now.
I would be happy to also get like a Sound Blaster version because like a black stealth
Oh,
bomber would be
Ah,
yeah, that black
absolutely.
and red highlights.
yeah
And Shattered
yeah yeah.
Glass, if we can get a Shattered Glass version.
I mean, a white stealth bomber is a little bit less well advised, but
Well, yeah, but it works for Moon Knight. That's why he dresses in white. He wants to see them coming.
Yeah, sure.
And just for a side note, this has the new Earthspark packaging. I did have to do a double take the other day because I was in Target or Walmart. I'm
You saw the
sorry.
bumblebees, right?
And I saw the bumblebees and I was like, wait a minute, that's the wrong box. And then I figured out that they did a packaging refresh and they're
Refresh.
shipping the bumblebee without the Build-A-Figure part.
Yeah, I posted about a month ago. I posted that I saw them at a Walmart close to me, and I went through every single box that I could find, and there was no Soundwave. It was a solid case pack of bumblebees.
Yeah, I think they're getting solid case packs of Bumblebee because
which is
they need
weird.
Bumblebee on the shelf.
Yeah, no, because like Walmart all over the place had to specifically clearance out the original shipment of Earthspark Bumblebee for $10 because they were inundated with them. The Megatrons ended up following suit a few months later. I got one for $13 from the first round of clearancing. Um, like it's so weird to me that they would reship that in, especially in a solid pack case. And like I don't know why the stores are agreeing to take those on.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I will say this: if that Soundwave is as good in hand as it looks on the screen, it might knock Nightshade down to spot 2. And I love Nightshade. They do
I
so
can
much
see
good
that.
stuff with that figure.
Nightshade has like elegant simplicity to this, and this has like creative engineering to it. Like I think they're doing two different things. One doesn't have to necessarily replace another one, but like yeah, I
Right.
think those two are probably going to last as like two of the top tier figures from the Earthspark
Yeah.
Deluxe line.
I mean, for having a beast mode, so to speak, Nightshade does an incredible job of everything looking right in their alt
There,
mode.
yeah.
And yeah, I agree with you saying two totally different things,
Mhm.
but they're going to be equal in some fashion as well.
Yeah, it's just a shame the Earthspark line is coming to an end because like they started really hitting it strong with those deluxes, starting with Aftermath's wave, and like just obviously going forward, like that momentum continued, and once they start doing Cyber World, it's a reset button basically to the development process, and it's really a shame that we're not going to get more in this style. Speaking of sound waves.
Aldi.
Shattered Glass.
Yeah, Shattered Glass Soundwave headband, almost certainly not sold separately. Yeah, has
Which
the
again
headband.
is a joke for like 5 of us.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you were around 15 years ago, how long ago was that?
2012.
Yeah. Okay. So Shattered Glass. What Aldi? Which one? Which company is that?
It's Aldi, all day.
All day. All day.
Yeah.
So is
It's not Aldi the grocery chain. It's all day.
So
which
this,
is, I think,
but the
Chinese
format
name.
here, it's not a kit, right? It's
No, I think they're finished figures. Like if you look on here, there's a in package picture of the Optimus Prime, and it's like put together already. They're action figures.
Yeah, I'm not sure how tall they are, to be honest, but
They are. I saw comparison pictures of the larger ones a little while back. I want to say they're like moderately deluxe height. Obviously with a little bit slimmer build since they are just action figures. And then there's the smaller characters like Cliffjumper and Kickback, which if I recall right, those two are actually a 2-pack together. Like if from what I remember, these are being sold blind package. So if you end up getting one of the ones with smaller ones, you actually get 2 figures in that instead of just getting shortchanged and getting a Cliffjumper for the same price as an Optimus Prime or Starscream.
Well, according to the thing, it said it's a subline of their previous ones, but they're not going to be blind box.
Well, that's good for these, yeah, especially since you've got variants like Shattered
Yeah.
Glass Soundwave in there.
And I kind of want that. I kind of want that Soundwave just because I don't. Shattered Glass Soundwave does not. Not every Soundwave gets a Shattered Glass redo.
Yeah, and like they're good looking figures. The Soundwave in particular, it kind of lands in a good spot between the priorities of an action figure, but also still looking like what it's coming from. Like it doesn't look like a transformable
Yeah.
toy, but it has the correct boxiness for Soundwave to represent the original transformable nature.
Now, are these
Like,
licensed?
yes,
Yeah,
they're official.
very much
they're
so.
official.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then who's selling them? Do we know where they're being?
Don, I
purchased?
just put a link in the chat for
Okay. So I was looking-
AliExpress that has them that
okay.
someone in TFW 2005 put a link for. So
I'll jump on those quick then.
it has they're all free shipping.
I don't
So
see it.
they're about $20 each, roughly. They have an
I don't-
RC for $17.85.
Although if those are shipping out of China, you might be paying a fair bit more than the sticker price on that.
I don't
ultimately.
know where they ship out of, to be honest. That's the other thing. Websites are going to have to tell us, where it ships out of now, because that's definitely
It's going to be a nightmare piecing this stuff together.
some need to know information.
Okay.
Anyway, these still look good, and there's also a Coronation Starscream in the mix for people who are into that perennial favorite.
You always have to have a Carnation Starscream.
But it doesn't
It's
have a throne.
mandatory.
It doesn't come with a throne.
Yeah, that's throne's optional.
Okay. In-hand images of Sonic Cross Transformers crossover.
Yep.
It's on sale at Target if you want to pick it up.
Actually, it is. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's like
Is it
35
Is
bucks.
it in stock?
I
No,
think
still
it
a
is.
pre-order.
Oh, it's a pre-order?
Yeah, it's still a
Okay.
pre-order. Yeah. I bought mine when they had that 25 off 100. So it's about the same as the current sale, but it's a few dollars difference if you get them now versus if you bought them when they had the last sale on.
Like, I still kind of like the Tails plane, but like in neither mode is that Sonic doing anything for me.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it in any case, but like, I just Tails is the one that like reads the better of the two, but neither one is like really hitting it for me.
Yeah.
And Tails to me, yeah, like I know it's a double wing instead of a single wing plane, or a quad wing instead of a double wing plane, but it's just I'm like, yeah, I like it, but it's very similar to Power Glide, and that's what I really want is new Power Glide. So I'm just gonna wait for our deluxe Power Glide.
Next year.
Yep.
Okay, let's jump to what we got this week. Chris, you go first.
Hello. I got Bonecrusher today, or as I think we'll all start calling him Old Stubby. It's kind of been the defining feature of this Bonecrusher is just the stubby little forearms. And that's like an artifact of the transformation because the arms do have to fold over on themselves to fill in like the middle top of the vehicle mode, which puts it in the awkward position of having double hinged elbows, except one of the hinges goes backwards exclusively. And I don't know why they designed the arms that way when I'm pretty sure they could have made that where the double part goes forward and you would actually have functional double hinged elbows instead of like one step forward, one step back. It's really kind of weird. Um, Other than that, it does much like Scrapper. It reminds me of the Combiner Wars version of the toy. He is Mr. Green Jeans. There's not much color variation in either mode, but it's correct for Bonecrusher. It's pretty solid in what it's doing. The transformation, I think the only part of the transformation that felt a little bit weird or awkward is just you kind of have to bend down the like where the engine is on the bulldozer. You have to bend that panel down a little bit farther than it feels like it wants to make clearance for the arms to collapse in when you're transforming into vehicle mode. They don't quite want to pass by that when it's sitting level in my like 15 minutes of experience with it in pre-show because I just literally picked this up from Walmart this afternoon. Um, like it's a little bit on the simple feeling side, but it is a bigger deluxe so that it matches up in robot scale as well as possible with Scrapper and presumably all the other ones. I appreciate that out of it. Um, for a deluxe price point, I think it still feels a little bit light on complexity and a little bit light feeling in hand because it's trying to take advantage of volume more than part count complexity. But it's not doing anything like fundamentally wrong, and like it's achieving everything it's setting out to. It's basically the equivalent of Scrapper. Like it's just as successful at what it's doing. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. It just feels a little bit off for its price point, and I think we're going to have that with every single one of these as we go along, just because of the nature of what they are and how they're trying to do what they're doing. The holy scripture of Sunbow's scale chart must be adhered to no matter the cost, after all. I also got in uh yesterday I think I got Megatronus the Fallen. That came in from Amazon. I like that a lot. Like that's interesting to me because the engineering is like 90% Siege Megatron, just done bigger and slightly more complex in the individual movements. But like when it comes down to it, it is just the Siege Megatron transformation again. The robot mode for being bigger and having a little bit more space to dispose of parts, a little bit more complexity available. The robot mode is cleaner than any given Siege or Earthrise Megatron variant. Like the tank tread parts that would make up the backpack fit in a lot closer to the body, so you don't have like a huge backpack sticking off. There's a little bit, but like it's not. It doesn't feel intrusive or like it's marring the lines of the robot mode. Like it fits in properly. The styling is really good. Um, the face is almost perfectly Dreamwave the Fallen, which is what I wanted out of this. It really like it's bringing that feel across to it, which is the whole reason I was excited for this because finally getting a good modern toy of that specific version of the Fallen. Previously, the only thing we really had comparable was the 6-inch Titanium's figure from 2006, I want to say. So, it's been a while since we've revisited this particular area. Um, and like the robot mode is quite posable. Like they focused a lot on the robot mode posability and even some of the transformation joints. Like you've got full forward and back butterfly joint movement in the shoulders because of how those transformation joints are set up. So like he's got the sword and the spear weapon. You can put them together to make like a lance or halberd kind of thing. And like with that extra arm posability, you can really get that set up in a like realistic kind of looking pose with those. And I appreciate that a lot. It stands very stable. It's got big feet, good ankle tilt and everything. Um like there's not a lot of color variety, but they pick out little details here and there in the bright orange, so he looks like he's glowing from inside. And like the deco is pretty much everything I could want out of this iteration of the Fallen. I know there was some talk about the flame effects. They are a kind of softer plastic. They don't feel like the same kind of soft plastic to me as the Siege Blast effect did. So I'm hoping these are formulated a little bit differently and hopefully will be safer in the long term in contact with the plastic. But only time will tell on that. I'm not going to leave those plugged in myself over a long period, but I don't feel like there's any like short-term danger with those, and they are not so soft that I'm afraid that they're going to get like bent or warped in storage either. So like I think they've probably tried to hit a good middle ground with these. I would love it if they had been a more rigid plastic instead of being soft at all, because I think Legacy Transmetal 2 Megatron's Flame Blast, I think that was a harder plastic. It wasn't rubbery like the blast effects were. I would have liked to see something like that for the flames, but like as it is, I will give them the benefit of the doubt until we start seeing some evidence that like this is melting the Fallens. But yeah, like I don't really think I could be any happier with this toy. Like there is nothing about this that has turned out disappointing to me in any meaningful way. And I was talking about this with the There Goes My Money guys last night, and we actually found an undocumented feature with it. In tank mode, there's two little cavities on either side of the center line, and they are perfectly sized for Titan Masters or Prime Masters to sit in those little spaces. So
Oh, that's
like
cool.
there's little, most likely accidental Titan Master seats in the Fallen's tank mode, and I think that's just really cool. Like, it's the happiest of accidents, or it's a really neat Easter egg thing that one of the designers just threw in there because they had this volume to work with. And either way, like, I get a big kick out of that. Like, that was a fun discovery to make just in the course of talking about it.
Well, that's not the only figure in the line that does that. My friend Fred found that Prime of Prime. When you transform it, if you leave the chest plate down, you can get the Prime of Prime Titan Master driving himself in there.
Okay, that's kind of cool too. It's not enough to get me to buy that toy, but that's kind of cool.
Right, yeah. So apparently, I wonder if in these Prime figures, since most of these Primes had the Prime Master toys, if that's something that they're legitimately trying to work in as Easter eggs across the board.
I can't see any way that you would do that with Solus Prime being,
Yeah.
a smaller figure as it is.
Yeah,
but
and I
like,
finally got her transformed after 45 minutes without everything falling apart.
oh boy. But yeah, I mean, like, it's if that is something that they're doing intentionally on the figures that have the space to support that, like, I kind of dig that. That's a neat little like, if kind of bonus to throw in it, and it's interesting even if it only did happen on two of them out of whatever assortment we get. Although, like, for the people that have Titan Predaking, I think, and have the Onyx Prime Master, it'll be interesting to see if they can find a place to put that on the leader Onyx Prime toy when that comes out later this year too. But I believe that's all I've got this week current to talk about.
Okay, cool. Don?
Yeah, I got a couple of things. Did not get a chance to open them. Got Scrapper. Really looking forward to having time to open him up, checking him out like everybody else did. So 1 of 6 is down.
1 of 6 or 1 of 5, depending on how you read the package.
Yeah.
I got both my Grimlocks in. So I have my 2 Grimlocks because you always buy 2-liter class Dinobots.
So Don specifically talking about the G2.
The G2 version, yes, with the Wild Boy of Quintesson Wheelie version.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean that there wasn't much you could do with Wheelie, but that was a pretty neat thing.
Yeah.
I've also got Megatronus the Fallen, so I need to open him up.
Wait. Did yours come with that tape on the top like that?
Yeah, it's sealed.
That is weird.
I mean, it is.
What are we talking
sealed.
about? What are we talking about?
Okay, so Don held up his package, Megatronus the Fallen, and the paper wrapped bundle of the accessories and everything is literally taped over the robot's face.
Yeah, I mean,
so in the one I received, it was taped where you would expect it, like down toward the bottom on one of the sides where you can't, like you can kind of see it through the window, but like it's out of sight. It is definitely something wacky happened when Don's was being packaged. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's still factory sealed. It's just,
Yeah.
this came from that eBay. Wow. This came from the eBay seller that has the 20% off 3 or more items. So I got those for a really good price. Now, the last two things, one thing I got from that seller, but it wasn't part of the sale, but I went ahead and got Masterpiece lift ticket
Okay.
because it was $118 with free shipping.
Oh
And
yeah. That's good.
everywhere else is about 150 to 160. And I wanted the hoist mold, but I didn't want hoist himself because I have the X Transboss version. Plus, his accessory loadout is somewhat different than hoist. So it's a very unique character. I love the colors. Diaclone has never meant as much to me as it like does Matt in the Masterpiece characters, but it is a real. This mold has always looked better as hoist. It did not look that good as Trailbreaker.
Although it was designed with hoist in mind.
Exactly. It was
Trailbreaker did afterward.
exactly. So this way I get a character that I don't have a representation of, and I get a really good looking mold that I normally wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So I'm
That's
glad
a
I
good
picked
deal,
that.
Don.
Yeah, for like at least $40 cheaper than anywhere else. And the last thing I got was an unexpected find. I have Track Fleet Ultra Magnus.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Oh, cool.
You know,
Neat.
I have never seen one of those in person ever
I
anywhere.
bought the only Prime I ever saw. And this Ultra Magnus was just literally on the peg hook at Target. And I'm not expecting to see any more of these unless they just happen to finally make it out into the wild. But I mean, it's a great looking Ultra Magnus. Probably will not work on the sets, so don't get your hopes up there.
Don,
But
did you ever
you know.
think
yeah,
you would be a Hot Wheels collector?
I
fits
thought
the
Don would be a Hot
demographic.
Wheels collector.
Yeah.
no, I won't say it. Some of our viewers may be collectors, and we'll leave it at that. But that was, of all the things I got, this was the most unexpected thing to run across. Is just actually one of these Track Fleet Magnuses on the shelf,
I'm jealous.
and that's
Yeah,
Oh,
all
the
I
cheer
got.
wine, not.
Oh,
Oh yeah, and as I said a minute ago, I updated the update. I did finally get Solus Prime transformed after about 30 to 40 minutes of trying.
did you use the instructions?
No, I watched a video because I cannot get these fenders that are the shoulder pads to stay on unless you hold them down while you're moving them. Otherwise, they go flying.
Yeah, I
So,
think you might have a particularly bad copy there
yeah,
because I
so
did not have the least bit of problem with the shoulder pieces like you're describing.
yeah, so she's finally transformed. Yay.
Is that it, Don?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Diecast, what'd you get?
Of course, because you guys know I was searching Walmarts and Targets looking for the first wave of Age of the Primes. Saturday, my wife and I needed to go to Target just get some regular grocery items. And lo and behold, on Target's shelf was both deluxes.
Yeah.
So I got both of them. And I was like, of course, like I wasn't really going to the store for that, and they happened to be there when I wasted like, hours looking for these things.
So did you get them on the what 30% off sale?
No, the sale was over, and then it looks like they did it again.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not one of those people to go back to the store and be like, it's on sale now. Can you give me it's not worth my time. So, no, I paid full price for them. So, the other thing I got from Amazon was Megatronus, like everyone else. I haven't had the time to transform him yet, but I can say he is absolutely fantastic. Just in robot mode, I really, really like him. And I always like that fallen figure from the one you were talking about, the
Titaniums.
the titaniums. So to have a new Fallen, and I didn't actually realize Megatronus and the Fallen were the same person. I was like, this
I
looks a
mean, that
lot
was
like the
that was a
Fallen.
later development of the mythos. Like when Dreamwave introduced the Fallen, like Megatronus didn't really exist as a concept.
Yeah. So, and the last thing I got from Amazon was Bonecrusher.
Mhm.
And most of the time, I don't have a lot of strong feelings about the figures. Like they're usually fine. Ever since Siege, deluxe figures have gotten away from ball joints. They've gotten away from a lot of things. But Bonecrusher to me is a step back because his everything's on a ball joint. His shoulders are on a ball joint. His elbows are on a ball joint. His hands are just painted on, which is, kind of unheard of for deluxe figures. This panel right here that his arm is on, just my one side is pretty loose. So it just comes down. There's no tab to tab it in, like actually in robot mode. It's just supposed to friction hold there, and if you get a bad copy like mine where it's a little loose, it flips down pretty easy. um just the gappiness in the figure too on the side there is kind of unfortunate. He it's almost like you want to squeeze it in, but you can't.
What
It's
are we calling gappiness here, Diecast? Because like that's the side of that looks pretty solid to me.
right here where the I guess his stomach area meets this back piece.
Yeah, I guess there's a little bit of an opening there, but
And
like,
even in the shovel where the shovel connects on the front, there's a little gappiness there. It's a very core class figure upscaled is what I feel that he is. I didn't have the same feelings with Scrapper. Well, in a lot of ways, you can say Scrapper is a deluxe upscaled to a Voyager. So I hope that the other deluxe scale
scavenger.
Constructicons are not like this.
Yeah,
Because
there's only one other deluxe, and that's gonna be scavenger.
okay, so Mixmaster is going to be a
Voyager.
Voyager also.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a real backstep for me. Um, he's lucky he's a combiner piece because if not, um, I would definitely say don't get him, but just because you kind of have to if you want Devastator. So, um, the only thing I'm okay with is the coloring because, like you said, that's Bonecrusher. I mean, this is
Yeah.
his colors. Like, there's probably they added a little bit of extra color on him just on the sides where he has the silver on the legs and the feet. That was kind of added. That's not on the original.
Well, so like I think on the original in those places there may have been rivet heads there, and they might be trying to represent the look of that with paint.
Yeah. So I just feel like he could have been designed a lot better and more like a deluxe and less like a core class figure. Because
Like
that's it.
honestly, I think the only thing that's making it seem like a core class is probably the arms, and like the arms are almost a necessary compromise for how they're wanting that to transform. But by the same token, I think they could have redistributed some of the mass, made more of the engine block with the arms, and had the arms be like a reasonable length. Maybe not replace the ball joints with the pinned hinges like we're used to in the Siege toys. Other Studio Series toys since Siege started have used ball joints instead of the pinned joints, like Generations has made basically uniform. But yeah, I mean, that does kind of stand out on here. I think though, just like the shortness of the arms and the very ball jointiness is probably a lot of why you're getting like core class feel off of that.
And
I
no
also
hands, not having real hands, just painting, a little like, oh, this is where the hands are supposed to be.
Yeah, and again, it's the same symptom of like they're trying to squeeze the arms into a very small space, and probably that could have been engineered in a little bit different way. As for the shoulder panels you were talking about where they
Yeah.
don't like tab in, like I noticed that too. I guess I'm lucky. The copy I have has the tolerances enough where like they're not wanting to let go and droop down under their own weight or the minor weight of the gun. But like, yeah, I think that probably could have used just you know, even if not a full tab, just a little notch there to click in a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like Scrapper is definitely more successful, but like I don't feel quite as strongly about Bonecrusher having shortcomings as you seem to. But like the arms definitely could have been done in a different way that I think would have improved the toy a fair bit.
Yeah, and like I said, the gaps may be a little bit nitpicky, but just looking at it from a side perspective, I'm like, man, he looks like 4 blocks put together to try and make a robot.
It's G1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Welcome to
much.
G1.
So, and I may not be articulating it properly, but
No,
he's
no,
just,
I understand everything you're saying. I just disagree.
I think Scrapper was done so much better.
Yeah, Scrapper is very solid for a deluxe.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was actually going from Scrapper to Bonecrusher. I was very disappointed.
I guess I kind of built myself down, as it were, to Bonecrusher just because from the pictures I could kind of tell, like, yeah, this is a lesser thing than Scrapper is. So I was kind of like, I went in and Bonecrusher met my expectations, but I had turned my expectations down a fair bit just from what they had shown us already. It's going to be interesting to see Scavenger when they reveal that, because Scavenger does need to have a little bit more complexity in certain places than Bonecrusher does.
Yeah.
It's also going to be interesting to see how Mixmaster turns out at its scale, because by the same thing, it's going to have the cement mixer drum on there, which is going to eat up some of the toy's mass, and it's going to like they're going how they're going to balance that out to make a same size robot, make the vehicle the size it needs to be, and have the necessary reinforced jointing for Devastator in there. Like, I think that itself is going to be a little bit of a challenge that they're going to have to overcome. And it's going to be interesting when those last two get revealed and we see exactly what they've done to account for the specific needs of both of those designs.
Yeah, I mean, like, Deluxe Air Raid and whatever his name is with the orange
Slingshot.
face. Slingshot. I mean, they're exactly what you would expect for a modern deluxe figure. I do think they look a little scaled down. But that's to be expected. But or skinny, or you know what I mean? It's not like they're shorter. They just seem a little skinnier than what we're normally getting.
I mean, they're about 10% smaller than the Combiner Wars equivalents from the comparisons I've seen.
Yeah, but the joints are all what you would expect on a modern deluxe figure, where Bonecrusher was not. So, that's all I got.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That's all I got.
You interrupted me as I was buying something on Mandarake, so I'll
I'm sorry.
revisit that.
Get it while the getting's good.
Yeah. Okay. I was at Target. Actually, no, I'll start with Walmart. More Earthspark clearance at Walmart. The kids got some of these. It's the what is this line called? It's the finger puppet one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, well, whatever they're called. So there were 4 of them, a hashtag and 3 RCs. So my kids fight over something if they get something different. So they both got an RC. And I got hashtag and RC.
Daddy gets hashtag and RC. You do get an RC.
It's so weird that for the first year of Earthspark toy line, that was the only hashtag that was available.
That is weird. Let's see here. So at Target this weekend on clearance, I found I can never remember its name. Nucleous, one of the rock vehicles.
Oh, the white one.
Yeah.
The one that is vaguely Silent Centurion.
Yeah. So let me just say, I got quite a few things this week. I haven't opened a single thing yet, and I don't know when I will. Including the 2 deluxe aerial bots. Target also had them, so I was excited.
Oh, nice.
So the
Did
only
you get them on the sale?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
Kim checked out. I don't know. So the only Age of the Primes toy that I am missing right now is that's out is Prime of Prime, which I haven't found yet. So Also Scrapper. Got
Nice.
Scrapper. So let me go into Scrapper a little bit. So haven't opened him yet, but just from, again, I love having windows. I miss windows. Just from looking at him, the colors are pretty close to what I would expect. Maybe not exactly dialed in perfectly.
I think it skews a little too into the green. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not exactly, but it's pretty darn close. I like the elbows. Elbows are a plus. And wait, what size class is this? Is this a
Voyager.
He's a small Voyager.
He sure is.
Yeah. So I got him. And
He's a great deluxe, though.
yeah, great deluxe. Mentioned I have all the Age of the Primes toys except for Prime of Prime. That means that I like Dawn and Diecast. I got G2 Grimlock. Obviously, my favorite Grimlock, G2 Grimlock, is the turquoise Grimlock. The turquoise variant. Is variant the right way
Yes.
to describe it? Like
It's a production variant rather than an intentional one, probably, but it is a variant.
Yeah. So turquoise is my favorite version, but the blue on this is very deep. It looks nice. My only problem with it, of course, is the G1 symbol on the chest.
Are we sure that's not correct to how the original toy was
It probably.
presented?
Let me look. I've got a couple different versions of G2 Grimlock, but
I remember with my G2 Constructicons, they all came with G1 symbol stickers, and they had one G2 Decepticon tampograph each somewhere on the body. Bumblebee was kind of the same. For example, the G2 Tampo was on the underbody, but I think it may have had a sticker for the G1 Autobot symbol for the chest. They were not super consistent with the insignias on the first year G2 toys. They got a lot more specific about having the G2 symbols on the second year and second and a half year toys. But for the ones that were mostly just reruns of the G1 molds, they basically just went with reprint G1 stickers and didn't worry about it.
So I'm looking at tfu.info. The first one that I'm looking at does not have a sticker on the chest. And the second one, the sticker's really, really rough on this one, but it looks like the G1 and in the wrong place.
Yeah, I think what they've done with Age of the Prime Grimlock Deco is correct what the original toy would have been. It's not like when they did Combiner Wars G2 Bruticus and put the G1 symbols on that. That was a genuinely a manufacturing mistake that they didn't learn about until the run was already completed, so they couldn't have that fixed. Because G2 Bruticus, the original, did have, I believe, uniformly G2 insignias. But for Grimlock, I think this is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. But it's pretty beautiful otherwise. I'm glad I got it. And I can't wait for
definitely
more G2 Dinobots. Speaking of G2, I will give them a plug. Transformer Land last week got in quite a few sealed G2 items, and people who are following along will know that I'm working toward getting a complete sealed or boxed G2 set. So the prices, the cards are not in the best of shape, but they're not totally trashed either. So I got a Roadblock.
Ooh.
Yeah. And to go along with Roadblock, I got Dirtbag.
Yay, nice.
Yeah.
Auto
Hey, look. Hey, who you calling a dirtbag?
You know what you did.
Yeah, so I got the GoBot Sideswipe.
Cool.
I don't know how many GoBots I need. I know I don't have any of the unreleased ones like Ben Yee has.
Yeah, and you never will, yeah.
I don't know that I'll go that far, but
okay, you very probably will not ever have those.
Very probably will not ever have those. So the card on Power Dive is actually pretty good. So, and when I think G2, Power Dive is actually one of the toys that I think about. Because
is that a half peeled off KB toy sticker on the corner?
It is. No, wait. Yeah, it is KB. Yeah, sorry.
Nice.
My vision is not good anymore. And
Don
you were in
probably
glasses,
sold that
too.
figure.
yeah, possibly.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, G2. I don't plan on ever letting G2 go while I'm still breathing. And the rotor force are some of my favorites.
Oh yeah. And similar to that, Deluge, which is one of the color changing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yours hasn't completely turned.
Yeah. So
Is that a full Mirage mold or is that a
It's
Yeah.
it's its own completely unique mold, but it is
Okay.
an F1 car.
yeah.
nice?
So I mean, I don't know if I'll ever have a complete boxed or sealed G2 run, but I have more than one. Have quite a few, but there's quite a few left that I don't have. Like I don't like I said, the odds of getting the like the GoBot set's pretty low. The odds of getting the Stunticons that I don't have pretty low.
Yeah.
Not impossible, but pretty low. The odds of getting the Protectobots exceedingly low. Like that one's non-existent. And the one that like is not impossible, but like I haven't seen it in years is going to be ATB Megatron.
Right.
God, I wish I'd have bought that last one that I saw. I mean, it's been
Yeah, you
years.
probably should have.
It's been years. So, yeah. But hey, it's a goal to have in life, so we'll see.
Are you still working on Box Machine Wars too?
That's done.
Oh, okay. I either forgot or missed a memo somewhere along the way.
I don't know that I made a big deal of it because it's such a small set.
It's still an accomplishment though.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's done. I can't think of anything I'm missing.
There was what? There was 8 small toys, 8 basics.
Mm-hmm.
There was Sandstorm. This is great podcasting, by
Yeah.
the way. Sandstorm,
Soundwave.
Soundwave, yeah, that's not Stalker.
Starscream.
Starscream and
Optimus Prime. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I got the whole set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you're done. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you have
Yeah.
GoBot Soundwave? Because that's one of the best ones. I have that hanging on my wall.
Somewhere.
He's great. I love him.
We're talking about the G2 GoBots, right?
Yeah, the G2 GoBot
I mean,
Soundwave.
They're all
He's-
pretty much the same toy. Very similar.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
not
love his
the
coloring,
colors,
though.
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I got this week. Let's jump to off topic or ham sandwiches, as I like to call them, and I'll start. The only thing I've gone a little crazy with this, and it's not toy related, but friend at work turned me on to this, and I will never now not have something in this sphere. It is a MagSafe phone case. I love it. It's the best thing ever. So
Better than OtterBox?
So MagSafe is a standard, Don, not a brand.
Oh, okay.
And
sorry.
like, so you can have like a wallet here, and it just snaps onto the back magnetically. It'll also snap onto like a charging dock, like that uses Qi charging. This is an Anchor battery pack, and you just pop it on the back, and you just go, and it charges your phone, and you can use it on the go while it's charging. Pretty amazing, and I wished I didn't know about it.
I don't have that specific kind of thing. I have had for years phone cases with little magnet circles on the, like, magnetically reactive circles on the back, because like in my home and in my car I've got like phone holders or stands that are magnetic, so I can just snap them on and off. And like the first one of those I got, it was just such a game-changing experience
It's game-changing.
with my phone, and I will never not have, magnetic compatibility with a phone I own ever again if I can at all help it.
Yeah.
Like it is such a quality of life thing that you would never imagine until you actually have it for the first
That's
time.
exactly the best way of putting it. You don't realize how handy it is until you have it.
Yeah.
Like I've been using my phone as a wallet for years, but I would get like a phone case that has like the flap, and
Yeah.
it's got the spot for cards and stuff.
Yeah.
But now I can just pop it on and off, and it's pretty great. So I love it. So thank you, Joey, for telling me about all the MagSafe stuff. So it's the best thing ever. Don, what did you get?
A couple of things. Finally got around to picking these up. The 2 trade paperbacks for Dungeons and Dragons Saturday Morning Adventures.
Who
That from
published those?
IDW.
IDW?
There were 20 for both. Like one was for.
No, but who published
who
them?
published
Oh,
it?
sorry. Who published? Sorry, IDW.
And who what was the creative team?
Oh, it's a mix of teams. Art by George Combadus, layouts by Sarah Myler, colors by Jean-Paul Bove,
I've
Kendall
heard of him.
Good,
Yeah, he worked on Transformers.
letters by Ed Dukeshire. Same people in this one. Oh, Josh Burcham worked on issues 2 through 4.
Line art or coloring?
Colors.
Cool.
Yep.
Josh has a really good coloring style.
Yeah.
Actually a few good coloring styles.
So these are 2 really good little peeks into the world of the Saturday Morning Adventures. And it's with an older cast. So you're probably assuming this takes place after the finale that we saw on the TV series when they probably chose to stay in the realms, because they are a little bit older in this. So that's nice for some continuity. Got a really good price on when I ordered those on Amazon. I got a really good price on Super 7 Doc. So I went ahead and picked him up for the Super 7 Joe.
So
The
you can have
one and only person buying Super 7 G.I. Joe stuff at this point.
We want a giant dock to go with all of his classified figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the now you say that, I think of a giant Spock.
That's exactly what I was thinking. The Infinite Vulcan.
Don can't turn down a deal, so if they're on
I
sale,
mean, it's a
Yeah.
great figure for less than $20.
It's a good figure.
Yeah, picked up a character that I only know tangentially through New Warriors, so you know who it is.
Speedball.
Rom, the Space Knight.
Oh.
I was thinking Night Thrasher.
But
I didn't know that was out yet. Where'd you
I
get that?
GameStop.
Oh, okay.
I
That makes sense, yeah.
love this new packaging. I don't know if this is for this series of figures, because it's Banshee Rom, Ultimate Miles Morales, Ultimate Iron Man, Classic Adam Warlock, and Dakin / Wolverine, whoever that is. But it's just such a great looking. This is the silver we need to get if we have to have silver plastic or paint or whatever. This is a gorgeous silver.
Yeah, that's definitely paint.
Yeah, so it's just absolutely just a gorgeous figure. And Christy asked me, did I have this when I was a kid? I was 9 years old when ROM came out. So I know I wouldn't have had a $35 toy at the time. But it's such a great looking representation of that, and the card work is so nice. So I had to get him. Last 2 things I got was I had some shop cash randomly hit my account again, I guess because I hadn't used them forever. And coupled with what I had in there, I had enough to cover the shipping. So I got the Action Force Desert Steel Brigade, because I have the tan Vanguard that I got on the big Christmas sale. So now I've got like a Desert Special Ops Forces to hang out the back of the Vanguard. And that was only like $20 because the shipping was covered. So that's a nice figure for $20. And the last thing I got was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ham sandwiches. I got NECA. I was able to find last weekend NECA's Count Von Count. So I have my net. This is the only one from the line I plan on buying, because it's the Count.
I just learned of the existence of these 2 days ago, and I must possess Bert and Ernie.
Well, luckily they're a lot easier to find. They've been out for a little bit longer.
Best
like
Buy
the Target
has them.
where I found this Count had like 4 Berts and 3 Ernies. So next time I go down, I'll keep my eyes out if you need me to.
Don't you just
Best
need
Buy.
Don't you just need an Ernie to go with your Bert?
Well, you kind of got to have both or a
No,
match pair.
no. Chris is Bert. Ernie would be his friend.
Hmm.
No, I have the Count. That's all that matters.
I mean, okay, Brian's not wrong. Like as a kid, I wanted to identify more with Ernie, but I can definitely see that as I've gotten older, I've become Bert.
You are Bert.
Yes.
You are Bert.
Yeah.
You're not Oscar yet, but you're definitely Bert. Okay.
I'm Bert and Diecast is Ernie.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Come on,
right.
Bert.
So that's all I got off topic this week.
Diecast.
I didn't get anything off topic
Chris.
this week.
No, but maybe next time I'm on, I'll have Bert and Ernie to talk about.
Sweet. Okay, cool. I want to thank our patrons at patreon.com/tfradio. Patrons get an ad-free version of Radio Free Cybertron. You get it a day early. You get it at a higher bit rate. You get unedited episodes of Radio Free Cybertron, and this episode has been edited. If you're listening to the normal podcast version, the patrons will get a fully unedited version. That one may not be.
What did Don do?
Maybe not
Spicy.
be. Yeah, that may not be like the best tease because we're just cleaning some stuff up to make it flow better, but it's completely unedited. You get a weekly Patreon exclusive pre-show podcast, which I swear I'm getting caught up on. If you're on Discord at tfradio.net/Discord, you get a fancy color, red for Touched, purple for everybody else. You get There Goes My Money a week early, and patrons at the Touch tier get to be on There Goes My Money. And you are also listed at tfradio.net/credits, which I'll do now. Kevin Dorsey, Daniel Scott, Jacob Owen Lucia, Sean Bratton, Emmett Stresovich, Hector Bones, Jay Klein Rye, Joey Russell, Here's Why It's Cool, Rabbits, Ryan Bona, Sean Hamilton, Sean Williamson, Spider Bob, Trickster, Nathan's Fast Talk Food Reviews, and Mollusk Koenig. Thank you so much. Again, if you want to join these fine folks, go to patreon.com/tfradio and sign up for our Touched tier. Okay. You can find all of our podcasts and everything going back 25 years at tfradio.net. It's all there. You can find me at briankilby.com and on Blue Sky occasionally at kilby.bsky.social. Diecast, how do people get a hold of you?
Oh, they can get a hold of me on X and Blue Sky at Diecast2. You can like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast, and you can see my reviews on tfradio.net/reviews or youtube.com/RFC reviews.
Cool. John, let's say John Springer. John DeLuda not here. He is at that John D everywhere except on eBay where he's Cloudburst. Rob Springer is at zonebase.org and at zonebase.bsky.social and at RoboRob Springer on X. And I'm calling it X now because Twitter's dead. It's X. Where's Rob at? He's at Flail Throughs on Blue Sky.
Yeah, I'll try to do my best here. So should be Flail, or yeah, I think it's Flail Throughs on Blue Sky. Hopefully we're not sending people up the wrong tree here. But mostly you can find him on YouTube at Flail Throughs, where he covers Gundam Battle Operation 2 with daily videos, and every week on Thursdays he has a video out for the latest updates to the game, which is usually the addition of a new mobile suit or something along that line. He's been doing this consistently for years and years and years, and like it's a huge accomplishment what he has done and the consistency he's kept. He has been officially recognized for that more than once, and it has been so like well deserved for him. I'm always so thrilled at what he's achieved with his YouTube channel in covering this game the way he does. If you want to throw some support his way, you can go and hit him up on Patreon, patreon.com/flailthroughs. All the information is there, but it breaks down to things like getting custom rounds and custom suit colors, things like that, as he's able to fulfill those. And he has an Amazon wish list at tfradio.net/playlist. And Rob, if I missed anything there or got anything slightly wrong, I do apologize.
And Matt's at milvard.bsky.social. That's 3 L's and 2 R's. And Chris.
But he doesn't use it. I don't really use my Blue Sky that much at this point, but I'm on there on Chris RTXV. The last things I did on there, which broke a long streak of being silent, was to repost Hey Mickey's paint touch-ups to the Fallen, where he added more fluorescent orange to it, which I wholeheartedly approve of. And I was trying to dissuade one of my friends from a different friend circle against trying to sell things on eBay, because eBay is terrible to be a seller on now.
I sold something for $600. It cost me $100 to sell it. Like that's crazy.
You lost money on the sale, or that was like that. Like you only got 500 out of it after.
Yeah, after the eBay fees, everything, I only got like 500, which is still okay, but it's just crazy to think of that. $100 just went to them for.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want to hook up with me online, okay, bad phrasing. If you want to connect with me online, come and check us out at our Discord, tfradio.net/Discord. I'm in there at least lurking a lot of the time. If you at me, I will eventually see the message and try to help you out.
I'll never see it. So
yeah, well, you're not me, so that's fine.
Don't direct message me. It's not that I'm ignoring you on purpose. I just don't look at
bad at things.
I'm bad at things.
Yeah. And also check out my old website, playwithphotography.com. I have toy photography there that, like, when I go back and look at some of the stuff that I shot and posted there, like, I look at now and I'm impressed with myself for what I was able to accomplish with what I was working with. So, like, please do go check that out. I do think it's worth it. I'm a lot less self-critical of stuff, like, years removed from it than I am, like, as soon as I make it. But I think that's just kind of how art works.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I have my own Amazon wish list at tfradio.net/Chrislist.
Cool. Hey, real quick update. Going back to Mandarake, the stuff in my cart now sold out. So thanks, guys. Wah wah.
Should have talked a couple minutes longer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. See you next week. Have a good one.
Good night, everybody.
Night all.
Everybody.
Recording stopped.
That should be the show title. Everything in my cart just sold out.
Yeah. It was Bazooka and Elefanora, the Torca repaint.
Alpha Orca? Oh, man. Those are hard to get.
Yeah. That's
what was the price?
22,000 yen.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that seems on point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But damn. And that's the only way to get that mold too, where it's not just going to crumble to dust eventually.
Yep.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
You forgot about me.
No, I didn't.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Don, how do people get a hold of you? Let me hold up.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, sorry. I got
that's okay.
With 3 people gone, I got
confused.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here smiling.
And his cart got him.
Yeah, that in my cart. Yeah.
I've had a headache all day, so I think I'm going to go and take some medicine and go to bed.
Yeah, I low-key had a headache for a while too. I've been trying to cut back my caffeine consumption so that I'm actually able to sleep before I do a long drive on Friday.
I mean, I don't even like taking Tylenol, which is why, if I have a headache when I wake up, I'll see where it's going to go throughout the day. And it did go down a little bit, but sometimes towards the end of the day, it just goes back up.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Real quick.
I love taking ibuprofen.
Yeah. So especially if he's watching the YouTube version right now, Rob Springer. I know Rob has gotten a little, and I get it too. Like if I'm listening to the show and Chris is hosting and somebody doesn't mention, hey, Brian's at briankilby.com, I get a little crestfallen. So I've missed Rob a couple times in the past. But he's not here. And if I'm not reading specifically, I get, might get crossed up. Don is literally staring at me.
Yeah.
And
also sorry if I forget to do your plug sometimes.
That's fine. But Don's literally staring at me. So Rob,
right.
It's not intentional. I'm old. And I'm multitasking.
Yeah.
Matt just sent a text to the group text, and now Don knows how it feels to be forgotten.
It happens.
Brian's doing too many things at once. I'm sorry, Don.
Well, guys, have a great.
Literally, It's
Okay.
fine.
Bye, people watching live, and bye, Matt.
Bye, people.
I'm gonna
Have,
stop
a, have a
everybody.
great rest of your week.
HMRC
and-
the number 4 EVR on Blue Sky and X, I guess, if you want.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Twitch. That's funny. Oh wait, wrong thing. And
All right. See ya.
okay, bye, Diecast.
Bye, Diecast.
Diecast, take care.
And we kill YouTube.
Yes, please.
I don't want to turn anything on. Dismiss. Okay, bye, YouTube.